Welcome back. Today I'm testing my retro PC speed against my not so rocket new PC. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but this is how you feel the difference in boot times. One feels like a rocket launch, and the second one is like waiting for Windows to do the bloody update. Before we start the benchmark, a quick note. I'll use OBS to record on the new PC, but on the old one is not supported. I've tried different other programs, but the image quality, it's, well, let me show you. As a result, I'm gonna try to record with my camera, directly the screen, and hopefully you can still see everything clear. I've managed to run performance tests and Cinebench on both systems, different editions of course, but the results are insanely fun. Let's start with the performance test. After running the test for 11 minutes on the new PC, we achieved a score of 8,249.1 points. While we just about hit the green, this is still an acceptable result. Now, let's run the same test on my old machine and let's compare the results. It's painful just watching, but what can you do? Surprisingly, the test on this PC, it took just 6 minutes. But of course, during that time, the RAM test, we got an error and that was mentioning that apparently we don't have enough memory, so we had to jump it. And honestly, it took such a short time because it wasn't much more to test. And the final score, a stellar 19.6 points. I think it might have set a new record for the lowest score in history. But it's mine and I'm happy with it. Now, with such stunning results, let's put it to the test with a new benchmark, Cinebench. We'll kick things off with the first PC, the newer one. As you can probably see, my PC is not really a speed demon, but it's doing the job. Running Cinebench, it took in total approximately 1 hour, and here are the results. The GPU 8,805 points, that's for an RTX 4060. The CPU multi-core 572 points, and CPU single core 89 points, and that's for a i5 12400. Those are not world record scores, but they're not bad either. Now let's take a trip down the memory lane with my old body PC. Even though we are using literally an ancient version of Cinebench that's 11.5, I think it was the second one if I'm not mistaken, we already hit a hilarious snag when trying to run OpenGL. My GeForce card doesn't even meet the requirements. Apparently my 64 megabytes GeForce 2 MX400 is not really cutting edge. On to the CPU test. Let's see what the legendary Pentium 4 1.7 GHz monocore can do. And the result? A mind-blowing 0.20 points. Yes, you heard me right. 0.20 points. Less than 1 point. Not exactly competing with the i5's 89 points, but hey, we are talking about a 20-ish year gap between the machines. So let's just call it a fun way to see how home tech evolves over the years. Alright, now the interesting part. Let's dive in some games. Nowadays, with the new shiny machines, you hop on Steam, you search on library, you buy the game that you want, you download it, you install it, and you play it. Ultra realistic with all the details cranked up, making your life wonderful. But back in the day, when the internet was basically a distant dream, installing a game meant using good old CDs. And let's just say the games weren't exactly what we are playing now. Take Need for Speed Porsche for example. It was one of my all-time favorites. Let's fire it up and let's see how the graphics from 2000 look like. I'm also curious, what were your favorite games from your childhood? Write them in the comment section. Now let's speak about the graphics. It's not mind-blowing, but let's see if we can tweak it up a bit from the options. Remember, we are rocking a GeForce 2, not a fancy GeForce 4, so we're gonna have to settle at a resolution of 800 by 600 just to keep it playable. The memories with this game, I was losing all the night, just to play this game. Just night after night. It was bloody brilliant. After Need for Speed Porsche, in 2002 they launched Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Many of you probably know the Hot Pursuit 2, the remastered one, the newer one, but the original was a game changer. Not great from today's standard, but absolutely magical for its time. I could have played that game all day. It was something new and the graphics were brilliant. Of course, you could do a lot better if you had a bit more money and bought a GeForce 4 instead of GeForce 2. Alright, now let's try something different. A shooter. Project IG2. Now this one really struggles with this weak video card. We're just gonna drop down the resolution and hopefully it's playable. Frame rate? Bloody hell, it's probably under 30. But we are here for fun, not for perfection. And now you can really see the difference between the games that I've played when I was a kid with what's on the market now. But for me, they were absolute gems back then, and they're still brilliant now. I can still play them all day long. I love them. And now what can I say? Thanks a ton for watching. If you had fun with this blast from the past, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. See you in my next video.